Your home is talking to you right now. Every corner, every surface, every forgotten space is sending you a message about your life quality, your mental state, and your daily energy. The question is, are you listening? I'm Marcus, and on the Seniors Cleaning Hacks channel, we break down the cleaning and organization secrets that transform ordinary homes into sanctuaries of peace. And today, I'm sharing something that changed how millions of people live, the 10 most powerful weekly habits from Japanese homes. Before we go deeper, if you're someone who wants a peaceful, organized home without spending hours cleaning, then this video is for you. Hit that like button and subscribe to Seniors Cleaning Hacks right now, because we drop practical, easy-to-follow tips every single week that make your home feel lighter, brighter, and more welcoming. And please share this with someone who needs to hear it. Now, let me ask you something important. Have you ever walked into a space and felt immediately calm, or stepped into another room and felt tension, heaviness in the air? The difference isn't random. It's about care, intention, and understanding how simple weekly practices create lasting peace. Most people think cleaning is just about removing dirt, but the Japanese understand something deeper. They see their homes as living extensions of themselves. That's why they don't wait for mess to pile up. Instead, they practice small, consistent gestures every week that prevent chaos before it starts. These aren't complicated rituals. They don't require expensive products or hours of your time. They're gentle actions done with presence and awareness. And the results? Your home becomes a refuge. Your mind becomes clearer. Your energy lifts.
Weekly habit number 1, the entrance door blessing. Let's start with the most important space in any home, your entrance. This is where everything begins. The Japanese believe your front door is not just an opening, it's a gateway. It's the transition point between the outside world and your private sanctuary. Everything comes through this door: people, energy, vibrations, emotions, and sometimes even the stress of the day. That's why every single week, the Japanese perform what I call the entrance door blessing. Here's what this looks like. Pick one day each week. Sunday or Monday works best. This is your moment to welcome the week intentionally. Start by sweeping the entrance area completely. Remove any leaves, dirt, or debris. Clean your doormat thoroughly. If you have a porch or landing, give it attention too. Then, wipe down your entire door, both sides if possible. The frame, the handle, the glass if you have it. Use warm water mixed with a tiny bit of salt or vinegar. This isn't just cleaning physical dirt. In Japanese tradition, salt and vinegar also cleanse the energy that builds up throughout the week. As you clean, breathe slowly. Think about gratitude. Visualize light entering your space. This transforms a simple cleaning task into a meditation and a ritual of renewal. When you're finished, add one small touch that represents welcome. This could be a small potted plant on the step. It could be a wind chime near the door. It could even be a smooth stone you've chosen. The object doesn't matter. What matters is that you've created a threshold that says, "This is a space of peace. Welcome here." The result? When you open that door at the start of your week, you feel different. Your home receives you differently. It seems alive, warm, inviting. And because you enter with this energy, you carry it through your entire week. Small act, enormous impact. And that's the first habit that changes everything. Weekly habit number 2, Conscious Air Renewal. In Japanese philosophy, there's a concept called chi, a vital life force that must flow freely through every space. Stagnant air means stagnant energy. Moving air means moving life. Once a week, usually in the morning, the Japanese practice what I call Conscious Air Renewal. It's beautifully simple, but incredibly powerful. Open every single window in your home. Don't just crack them slightly, open them wide. If you have glass doors that slide, open those too. Open your internal doors so air can move through every room. Even open cabinet doors in your kitchen and bathroom if you can. You're creating pathways for fresh air to move through your entire living space. Leave everything open for at least 20 to 30 minutes. While you wait, notice what happens. The smell of your home changes. Light pours in differently. The quality of the air shifts. Your own mind begins to feel clearer, lighter, more organized. This habit has multiple layers of benefit. Yes, it eliminates mold spores, dust mites, bacteria, and odors that hide in still air. But more than that, it symbolizes something important. Letting go of the old to welcome the new. Releasing what's stuck so fresh possibilities can enter. Do this on the same day each week. Make it part of your routine. If you can, do it while listening to calm music, or sit in silence, or meditate. Some people use this time to stretch, to journal, or simply to be present with their home. When you close those windows at the end, your home feels renewed, your lungs feel clearer, your emotional state feels lighter. Your space has literally been refreshed, and so have you. And that's weekly habit number 2.
Weekly habit number 3, the corner shift. Here's something most people don't realize. You don't need to reorganize your entire home to feel transformation. Sometimes changing one small corner is enough to shift the energy of your whole space. This is weekly habit number 3, which I call the corner shift. Once a week, choose just one small area of your home. It could be a single shelf. It could be a drawer in your kitchen. It could be the small table in your living room corner. It could be your bathroom counter. The size truly doesn't matter. Dedicate 15 to 20 minutes to this one area. Take everything off or out. Look at each item. Is this serving me right now? Does this reflect who I am today? Is this something I genuinely use or need? Clean the space with a damp cloth. Then return only the items that truly belong there. Place them with intention. Notice how you feel. This practice works because it creates 2 types of movement at once. There's the physical movement of rearranging your space, but there's also an inner movement, a psychological shift, where you feel that you're taking control, that you're actively choosing your environment rather than just accepting it. Here's the beautiful part. When you do this every week in different areas, you gradually transform your entire home without ever feeling overwhelmed. Week 1, it's the kitchen drawer. Week 2, it's the bathroom shelf. Week 3, it's the bedroom corner. By the end of a month, your whole home has been touched by this conscious care. Plus, this habit prevents the buildup of clutter. You know that overwhelming pile of things that seems impossible to organize? It doesn't form all at once. It grows gradually. And it can be undone the same way, gradually, with small weekly gestures. This is sustainable. This is real. As you practice the corner shift, you also become more aware of what truly matters to you. You start letting go of things you were keeping just out of habit. You make space for items and experiences that bring you joy. And that shift in your physical space creates a shift in your mind, too. Weekly habit number 4, meditation in motion, silent cleaning. Most people see cleaning as a chore, something to rush through, something to get done so you can move on to real activities. The Japanese see it differently. And this brings us to weekly habit number 4, meditation in motion, or what I call silent cleaning. In Japanese temples, monks practice something called soji, a spiritual form of cleaning that's part of their daily meditation and spiritual development. This isn't just physical work, it's a practice of presence, discipline, and gratitude all at once. You can bring this into your home once a week. Here's how it works. Choose a time, maybe Saturday morning or Sunday afternoon. Choose a space that needs cleaning, though it doesn't have to be your whole house. Maybe it's just your bathroom, maybe just your kitchen, maybe just the main hallway, whatever feels manageable for you. Now here's the key. Do this without distractions. No television, no music, no phone, no podcasts. Just you, the space, and the cleaning itself. As you clean, pay attention to everything. Notice the sound of the broom bristles on the floor. Feel the warmth of the water. Smell the cleaning product. Watch how light dances on surfaces as you move. Listen to the rhythm of your own breathing. This might sound unusual, but something remarkable happens when you clean with full presence. Time slows down. Your mind quiets. Details you normally miss suddenly become visible. It's as if the ordinary task of cleaning becomes sacred, becomes meaningful. When you finish, it's not just your space that's clean, you feel clean too. Your mind is lighter, your heart feels calmer. It's like you physically removed the dust from your surroundings and emotionally released stress from your inner self. This habit transforms cleaning from an obligation into an opportunity for meditation and self-care. And that's incredibly powerful.
Weekly habit number 5, the fabric renewal. Fabrics are like the skin of your home. They touch your body. They absorb your energy. They come into direct contact with your daily emotions, your sweat, your tears, your rest. This brings us to weekly habit number 5, the fabric renewal. In Japanese homes, once a week, they change all the fabrics in their living spaces. Kitchen dish towels, bath towels, pillowcases, small rugs, cushion covers. Everything gets fresh attention. Why? Because the Japanese believe that fabrics absorb energy. If a towel has been damp and smelly all week, it's not just holding physical bacteria, it's also holding stagnant, trapped energy. And that energy affects your whole environment without you always realizing it. When you change these fabrics, you're doing more than washing. You're refreshing your space. You're sending a message of care both to your home and to yourself. You're saying, this matters. You matter. We deserve freshness and cleanliness. Pick a consistent day. Many people choose Friday to enter the weekend feeling renewed, or Monday to start the week with everything fresh. Gather all your kitchen towels, bath towels, and pillowcases. Wash them. If possible, dry them in natural sunlight. The sun has a purifying quality that no machine can replicate. As these fabrics dry in the sun, something shifts. It's not just physical, there's something almost spiritual about it. The sun is literally energizing your fabrics while cleaning them. When you return these fresh fabrics to your spaces, notice the difference. A sink with a clean cloth, a bed with fresh sheets, a towel that smells like sun and soap. It might seem small, but your whole environment feels lighter. More respected, more cared for. This habit teaches an important truth. Caring for your home is caring for yourself. When your environment is clean and fresh, you feel clean and fresh. When your space is neglected, you feel neglected. They're connected.
Weekly habit number 6, conscious letting go. Here's a habit that's quiet but absolutely transformational. Weekly habit number 6 is something I call conscious letting go, and it's about separation and release. Once a week, maybe on Wednesday or Thursday, spend 5 to 10 minutes observing one small area of your home. It could be a drawer. It could be a shelf. It could be a single cabinet. As you look at what's there, ask yourself gently, does this still serve me? Does this still represent who I am? Is this object functional in my life right now, or is it just taking up space? The Japanese do this with respect and gratitude. When they decide something no longer belongs, they don't just throw it away with frustration. Instead, they acknowledge it. They thank it for the service it provided. They recognize the value it brought. And then they release it, either by donating it to someone who might need it or by disposing of it consciously. This is powerful because it prevents the buildup of clutter that happens so gradually you don't even notice. One item here, another item there. Before you know it, you're surrounded by things you don't use, don't need, and don't love. By making this a weekly practice, you catch things early. You stay connected to what's in your space. You remain intentional about your environment. Plus, there's an energetic shift that happens when you let go. It's like you're saying to the universe, I trust, I release, I make space for the new to enter. And something about that openness, that abundance mindset, transforms your relationship with your home and your life. Start with just one small area per week. Maybe it's just 5 items. That's enough. Over time, this becomes a natural practice that keeps your space light and aligned with who you are right now, not who you were years ago. If you're enjoying these ideas, please drop a comment below telling me which habit is resonating with you most. And make sure you're subscribed to Seniors Cleaning Hacks because we're building a community of people who understand that homes are meant to support and uplift us.
Weekly habit number 7, the invisible care practice. Most people only clean what they see. They focus on surfaces, on visible areas, on the parts of their home that guests might notice. But the Japanese understand something different. They know that true cleanliness includes the unseen spaces. Weekly habit number 7 is something I call the invisible care practice, and it's about honoring the hidden details. Once a week, choose one hidden area of your home that most people never think about. It could be the dust behind your refrigerator. It could be the track of your windows where dirt accumulates. It could be the top of your cabinets. It could be the baseboards. It could even be the top of your ceiling fans or light fixtures. Spend 10 minutes caring for this invisible space. Clean it, organize it, show it attention. Here's why this matters so deeply. What's hidden but neglected becomes a point where energy gets stuck. That stagnation, even though no one sees it, creates a subtle but real weight in your home's atmosphere. It's like an untreated wound. You can cover it, but it still affects the whole body. When you care for the invisible parts of your home, you're developing something called zeal, a kind of care that goes beyond appearances. You're cleaning not for show, not for impressions, but for truth, for actual integrity in your space. This habit also works as a metaphor for your inner life. Just like homes have hidden areas that need attention, so do our minds, our hearts, and our lives. The imbalances we feel often come from the small, overlooked details we keep pushing aside. By practicing care for the invisible in your home, you're training yourself to notice and care for the invisible in yourself, too.
Weekly habit number 8, the scent ritual. Environment is everything, and one of the most underestimated tools for creating a specific environment is scent. Weekly habit number 8 is the scent ritual. In Japanese culture, aroma plays an essential role in maintaining the energy of a space. They understand that smell directly influences emotional state. A naturally pleasant-smelling home transmits calm, welcome, and balance. At least once a week, the Japanese practice intentional scenting. This might involve lighting incense, which has deep spiritual roots in Japanese tradition and is used to ward off negative energy and elevate the vibration of space. Or it might involve diffusing natural essential oils, or creating simple herbal sprays with lavender, rosemary, or lemongrass. But here's the important part. This isn't done casually. It's done with intention, as a ritual of purification and renewal. Here's how to practice it. First, clean your space thoroughly. Then open all your windows for fresh air circulation. Only then do you introduce your chosen scent. Walk slowly through your home, allowing the aroma to settle into each room. Breathe calmly. Notice how your body responds. The magic isn't in the product itself. It's in the intention behind it. You're consciously transforming the atmosphere. You're creating a pause point in your week where everything realigns. Over time, something beautiful happens. Your mind and body learn to associate this scent with a state of peace. Every week when you light that incense or spray that oil, your nervous system recognizes it's time to calm down. It's time to return to center. You can use whatever scent speaks to you. Maybe it's incense, maybe it's essential oils, maybe it's fresh herbs tucked into corners, maybe it's a simple candle. The tool doesn't matter. The attitude and intention do.
Weekly habit number 9, the pause moment. In Western culture, we often feel guilty about rest. We see stopping as laziness. We associate peace with inactivity. The Japanese see it completely differently. And this brings us to weekly habit number 9, the pause moment, or what I think of as the tea practice. In Japan, the tea ceremony isn't just about consuming a beverage. It's a ritual of presence. It symbolizes intentional slowness in the middle of rush. It's a moment of reconnection with what matters. It's a breath in the chaos. Once a week, the Japanese reserve specific time for this. They prepare tea, or coffee, or warm water with lemon, or whatever brings them comfort. They sit down, they put their phone away, they observe their surroundings, and they simply exist for 5 minutes or 15 minutes or however long feels right. This isn't about productivity. This is about recognizing that stopping is part of the flow, that silence is also a form of work, that resting in your own home is an act of respect for yourself. You can practice this very simply. Choose a time each week, maybe Sunday afternoon. Prepare a warm drink with care. Find a quiet spot in your home. Sit down, look out a window, feel the present moment. Just that. No agenda, no phone, no rush. What happens is subtle but real. Your relationship with your home transforms. It stops being just the place where everything happens in a blur and becomes the place where you also exist consciously. This pause changes how you experience your entire week.
Weekly habit number 10, the gratitude closure. We've saved the most powerful and most silent habit for last. Weekly habit number 10 is the gratitude closure. At the end of your week of care, after you've cleaned, organized, refreshed, and renewed your space, the Japanese practice something simple but profound. They thank their home. Not as a performance, not for anyone else. Just a quiet acknowledgement. Maybe a whisper, maybe a thought. Thank you for sheltering me. Thank you for protecting me. Thank you for being my refuge. For some people, this might involve lighting a candle. For others, it might be touching a wall with their palm. Some people make a small bow. The specific gesture doesn't matter. What matters is the intention, the conscious recognition of gratitude. This might seem unusual if you've never done it, but think about it. How many times have you consciously thanked the structure where you spend most of your life? Even with its imperfections, its repairs needed, its limitations, it continues to be your shelter. It holds your dreams. It contains your story. The house isn't just walls and rooms. It's an extension of your life. And by thanking it, something shifts. You begin to see it differently. You stop resenting its demands for maintenance. You start appreciating its service. And here's the beautiful part. When you thank your home, you begin noticing more reasons to be grateful. You reconnect with what you have. You start caring with more affection, more presence, more love. Gratitude transforms the environment. And more than that, gratitude transforms how you live within it.
Bringing it all together. You've now learned 10 powerful habits from Japanese homes. Each one is simple. Each one takes minimal time. But together, they create a completely different living experience. The entrance door blessing, conscious air renewal, the corner shift, meditation in motion, the fabric renewal, conscious letting go, the invisible care practice, the scent ritual, the pause moment, the gratitude closure. Notice the pattern. None of these habits are about perfection. None of them require expensive products or hours of labor. They're all about presence, connection, respect, intention. The Japanese understand something we're often taught to forget. Your home is alive. It responds to how you treat it. When you care for it consciously, it cares for you back. When you neglect it, it becomes heavy, stagnant, lifeless. You don't need to completely change your life to start practicing these. Pick just one habit. One. Choose the one that resonates with you most. Practice it consistently for a week. Notice what shifts. Then add another habit. Build slowly. Build sustainably. Because the secret isn't in doing everything at once. The secret is in the constancy of small, intentional gestures done with presence and awareness. If this video has touched something in you, I want to hear about it. Which of these 10 habits are you most excited to try? Drop a comment below. Tell me. I read every single one. And if you're ready to transform your home into a refuge of peace, a space that supports you, inspires you, and reflects who you are, then hit that subscribe button to Seniors Cleaning Hacks right now. We release new videos every week with practical, easy-to-follow strategies for creating homes that feel lighter, brighter, and more alive. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Someone who's been feeling overwhelmed by their space. Someone who's ready for change. Don't forget to like this video and turn on notifications so you never miss a new upload. Because here's the truth. Your home is listening. Your home is responding. Your home deserves all this care. And when you give it that care, you'll feel it transform. Your energy will shift. Your peace will deepen. Your gratitude will grow. I'm Marcus from Seniors Cleaning Hacks. Thank you for being here. Now go create something beautiful.